There are times, especially at night, when you're in the cabin, weather starts to roll in, wind starts to pick up, rain comes in. You really don't know what's going on because all of the instruments are up in the cockpit. This especially happens in the middle of the night. And it gets quite confusing because you can't really see what the wind gusts are, which way the winds are blowing, and exactly what's happening. So to counteract that, we decided to actually install a new weather instrument down in the salon area. And this will give us information that we need, especially in the middle of the night when we can't see any of the instruments.
Open your eyes and look around. So many new things to be found. I know a place where you can go, where there's no one to tell you yes or no. If you just look into your heart, you will find her. That's the place to start. If you take a step and take another again,
Hey, it's Tony again. Here's Kathy. Hey, Kathy. Anyway, today we're going to install a weather station. We kind of wanted something that we could have down, and I'll show you kind of where I'm thinking about mounting it. Maybe I have a big space here on my panel. Now, I'm not really going to cut a hole. I'm thinking about just mounting it up there temporarily to see if I like it. But on this weather station, it does a couple of different things. It shows gusts. It shows weather, like when the moon phases are going to be, weather itself to see if it's going to have bad weather, rainy weather, whatever. And the way I'm thinking I'm going to work it is I'm going to point it the same way the boat is pointing for this measurement, which is going to basically show which way the wind is blowing on the boat. Not really north, south, east, west, but which way it's going to blow on the boat, which is really great information when you're down in the cabin at night. The wind is whipping. You don't really know what it's doing down here. I don't have repeater instruments down here. Maybe later, but this will tell you outdoor temperature, indoor temperature, humidity, how much rain, barometric pressure, the moon phases, the date, the time, and which way the wind is blowing on the boat. So basically what I intend to do, and I'll show you the outside unit, we'll go out there in a minute, but basically the way this thing comes, and it's the same logic. This is the display itself, and on the display you get a regular 120 volt plug-in type deal, you know, but I didn't want to do that because I wanted to be able to run it on 12 volt or at least 5 volt to be able to have it when the boat, you know, when we don't have inverters on or any of that stuff. So what I did is I bought this little, on Amazon, USB, this little USB package that has all kinds of different ends in it. If I can get it out, kind of hard to film and get it out, but here we go. Got all kinds of different ends, and actually one of the ends fits the back of this, and when you read the instructions it says that the power supply is about 6 volts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run it off a USB, run it into this little converter end, adapter end, plug it in, and then hopefully it's going to work with the unit itself and power it up. So we're going to go out and put the outside unit, and it's wireless, so you don't really have to run any wires or anything. So the actual unit that picks up the rain, for the rain gauge, for the wind, direction, and speed, and all that, humidity, we're going to put outside. We're going to try in one position. If that don't work right, then we'll move it somewhere else. You got anything else to say, Kathy?
I don't.
I tell you one thing, that girl, I don't know how I would do without her. She's a logical mind. But anyway, yeah, let's go up here and say, we'll go up and see what we can do about it. Alright, so anyway, we're going to put the unit up. I'm just getting finished putting it up. Basically, I'm going to tighten these screws. It has a pole that goes into a mount. Can you get up close up on this mount here? This mount and you can mount it on anything you want to, either vertical or horizontal. It has some screws we tighten down here to make sure it's tight on the handrail. We're going to put it here for right now, and then basically we have another screw up here we tighten. So you have this pole, and it comes with the mount, and then you have all of the instruments built into this one unit, and it has a transmitter. It also has a level on the top of it. So this is your rain gauge, and of course wind direction and wind speed, and also humidity. So then we'll go in and see if all this works. Hope so. All right, so we're going to take and plug this in. So I do have this adapter on there, and I'm going to plug it into the 5 volt. We have 5 volt right here on the USB, and we'll see what it does. It does have a little kickstand. Of course, we're going to kind of mount it with Velcro or something for right now. So let's take a look at that and see what it does, Cat. Yeah, so I believe it's working. So this is going to point which way the wind is coming from. Well, the direction of the boat would be the north, so it's pointing how the wind's actually blowing on the bow of the boat. This is going to be gust. It's going to be average speed, barometric pressure, indoor temperature, outdoor temperature, moon phases. We've got to set the date and time. Once we get that set, then I think it's going to work. Yeah, it should be good. Alright, we'll get the date and time set. It also has an app, so you can hook it up to your phone if you got Wi-Fi inside the boat, and then you can actually get it on your phone when you're not at the boat. We'll check it out and see how it works. So here's what it looked like after we mounted it on the nav station. We just used Velcro to Velcro it up to the panel itself. That way we could take it back down if we need to flip it over and do anything on the back side, like replace batteries or anything. We also ran the wire, made it look a lot neater afterwards. But this thing has worked really, really great. I'm really impressed. And it's not as expensive as the marine versions, which could be $300 to $500. This one's only about $170. So we're very impressed with it. Really liked using it, and it's been a lifesaver at night. Well, I want to make sure and thank everybody for subscribing and following us, and make sure to go over to Patreon and become one of our virtual crew. We're going to have a lot of fun, and that's at patreon.com/DreamweaverSV. See you next week.